Hello, my good friends. How are you? I hope you are doing fine from wherever you are. And today we are going to learn the simple things that I do to make my life easier in the village. And one thing is I make sure that I make my own breakfast snacks in the village to avoid buying and to make sure that I cost cut and that my life is quite easier without buying the snacks because the main reason why someone to relocate is to cut the cost of living and making them always feel good, making the mandazi or when I have some thing that I have harvested from the farm like the arrowroot or the sweet potatoes. I normally make them at night so that when I wake up tomorrow, I'll just cook tea and start my day very fresh. And at least I'll manage watering the vegetables and doing other chores that I planned for the day. And that helped me a lot. It helped me a lot. And when you are doing something that you love, your mind gets relaxed and you don't think about so many things. Like I used to think while I was in the city. I used to, while you're in the city, the only thing you think about is making money, and even the money that you make, it is never enough. I don't know why. Even when you make a lot of money, it's never enough. And those are the mandazi that I've made for tomorrow, and they can take us for 2 or 3 days. It depends on how we are going to consume them. And this the next morning, I had planned to clean the clothes. I had a lot of clothes for cleaning. I'd kept some clothes for a week. I used to clean them every day, but I realized that they were draining me because imagine waking up so early to clean the clothes, just 2 to 3 clothes, and then you have the watering and the day's plan. And sometimes I need to do a video and edit it the same day. So I planned that and arranged myself that I'll be cleaning them on one day per week. And so far so good. I feel better. And guys, in the village, uh, getting someone to clean your clothes if you don't have a nanny is not easy because people here are relaxed and they don't mind about money a lot as long as they have food. They don't really care. Or sometimes other people overprice if they realize that you are new in the village. They overprice you. And I started sorting the clothes. And the place that I am cleaning the clothes, I had some issues. Some of you, my subscribers, had advised me to plant some grass, and recently I am trying to accept that. I never wanted some grass around there because I was raised in a home where the whole compound was bare like that, and we were always afraid of the snakes. That were my biggest fear. But because sometimes I really love washing clothes from outside, I've made a decision that I can plant some grass around there so they'll be helping. When you are cleaning the clothes and we have some grass around where you are cleaning, your basins and buckets don't get some mud or like now when I'm sorting the clothes, I can't throw them on the ground because I am afraid of them gaining some dust. I want to wash them when they are at least presentable. So I thought about it, and I think I'm going to plant some grass. And I think I never had, I could have made that decision earlier because right now getting the grass is not easy because the rains have stopped raining. And the best time to plant the grass is when it is raining because you can get them from where I normally buy the seedlings. They would tell me if I need the grass, I go for them when the rains were starting, and I had not made my mind about that. So I'll see if I can plant them, or I'll see what they're going to tell me. And you know, guys, the feeling of washing the clothes outside it is therapeutic. You get to interact with nature, the hair, the morning hair, the sunrise. You know, here I was washing the clothes around in the morning around 8 p.m. and I love washing the clothes in the morning to avoid the scorching sun from tempering with my skin. You know, even if you're in the village, you have to take good care of your skin, because you'll always feel better when you look good and presentable. So one main reason I wash the clothes in the morning is to protect my skin from the scorching sun. Right now, it is the sun is quite hot. Some days the sun is hot, other days it is quite cold. You know, we are entering the month of June, and here in Africa, the weather tends to be cold during June, very, very cold. June and July, the weather is quite cool and cold. So we are expecting the cold and sometimes the sun. Like today, the sun is quite hot, and we are managing in the village. These are the simple things I do. I wash my own clothes. I make sure that the things that I can manage to do, I do them on my own. At least they cost cut, and they help me to interact with nature and feel the fresh air of the village, and at least differentiate between the life I used to stay in the city and the life in the village. You know, I grew up watching my mom do the chores on her own, and when we grew up, we could help her, and I think that is good. It was good for me because I always feel unbothered when I am doing the chores on my own, and it feels good, and it is something that I don't do under pressure. I just allow my body and my soul and my mind to do them on my own. And another thing I do is farming. Farming helps me to be self-sufficient in the village. I don't mostly buy the vegetables, and now I have some beans in the
Hi
garden which are
guys,
helping
it
me
is another day. I hope you are
from
doing
buying.
fine. I am the countryside jewel. If you are seeing this face for the first time, I do village lifestyle in Kenya, Africa, in a place called Hembu County. That is where I live. And guys, I've been away for some time. It has been long since I talked with you guys, and I had missed you because you are my friends. I always feel good when I'm talking to you guys. And guys, the sun is very, very hot. It has been sometimes since it rained, like it's around 1 week and some days since it rained. So I think the rains are no longer raining. I don't think if it is going to rain, because even the sky is very, very clear. And you know, guys, in Kenya, during this period is always very cold. During June, the weather is always very, very cold. Even yesterday, it was a bit cold, but today is quite sunny. And guys, in the morning, I was trying to remove the weeds from the flowers, and I made a good furrow because the rains had blocked the furrow that I had dug for the flowers, so that it will be easy for me when I'm watering the flowers. So in the morning, I made a good furrow for the flowers. You can see they have a very good view from here. Even the ones at the front, I made another furrow for them, and some good holes for the this kind of flowers that are not aligning to the ones. even for the travelers plant which is around there, and I've checked on it today, and it's growing very fast, and it's so big. This is how it looks like. The leaves have started expanding, and there is another travelers plant right there. And guys, today I have some chores here at home. In the village, work never stops. There is no day that you'll wake up and you feel like there's nothing for you to do. So, guys, I have my water dispenser here, and I have a blanket there and that carpet. That carpet, I normally use it to do my workouts. In the village, we consume a lot of food. So if I don't check on my body, I'm going to grow so fat. And I'll not, I don't like that. I like when my body is at not that much weight for me to enable me to do some work like farming and gardening. It is easier for me. So I wanted to wash this water dispenser. Since I relocated, I don't remember using it. The main reason is because we normally use the tap water. We have water inside, and it is treated. That is the reason why we have uh, two taps here. I think you can see that we have this tap and that one. For this one, this water is treated and good for drinking, but for that one, you can't drink it. So, and this is the water which is fixed inside the house, and I think that is the main reason why I don't use the water dispenser, and I always feel like I don't need the dispenser. But since we are almost the cold season, and I'll need sometimes you need to take the hot water, and when you connect the dispenser to the electricity, I'll need some hot water. So I have thought that I wash it, because I after relocating I just used it once, then I I have never used it again. I just assume and use the water from the tap. So let us wash it, and I'm going to show you guys how you can clean your water dispenser. Some people don't clean the water dispenser, and you end up drinking water that is dirty, and sometimes you end up having stomach aches, and you think they are food that you have consumed from the restaurants, but you don't clean your water dispenser. It needs to be cleaned regularly, because this is water that we take into our bodies. So welcome to today's video. Let us clean these things with you guys. You can see the dirt which is inside. I've disconnected it from the bottle, and look at this dirt. If you don't wash your dispenser, that is what is normally uh, inside at the bottom of the bottle. So make sure that you wash it regularly to avoid drinking this dirt. I have placed a sack under here to make sure that this dispenser does not get some mud, because I will take it inside to clean.
And do you guys wash your own dispenser, or what do you do to make sure that you are taking clean water? In the village, there is nowhere where you can take some things like the blanket or the carpet for cleaning. And if you take the carpet for cleaning, sometimes I feel like they are not cleaning it the way I like. So I prefer cleaning them on my own, and this makes a life quite easier for me, because I'm not going to pay for the services. I'm doing them on my own at my free time, and I enjoy cleaning a lot. I enjoy cleaning a lot, and it helps me to occupy my mind with so much. Here in our village, I think it is not like other villages. The village is quite developed, and people here behave like the people in the city. I do love that people here mind their own business. The only time you can receive some visitors is when uh, if you had someone who you are expecting, or if you have a friend, or if you have something to talk about. Here in our village, people do mind their own business, and I like and love that, because I was used to the life in the city where everyone minds their own business. The only thing they think about is making money, the same as people in the village. Most of people here majoring in farming, and most of their time they spend in the garden or in the farms. And here in Hembu, we are based in agriculture. We do agriculture a lot in Kenya. So most of the people in our village spend their time in the farms or in the garden or in their businesses or at home. The only time we tend to meet is when we have something serious to talk about. And I think for me that helped my life to be easier, because that is something that I'm used to and it does not bother me. I love being in an environment where people mind their own business, and it helps my life to be easier. I don't know if I had relocated to a place where the villagers don't mind their own business. I think my life would be quite difficult for me to adapt the new life. But for us here, everyone mind their own business. We meet at church or at the market, or in the evening when we are buying supper, or in the school meetings. That is when we normally meet. I don't know, guys, if you are living in the village, or you are in a place where you are in a village structure, or you are living right there. For me, I love the new life here. I love this life a lot. It helps my life to be simple, and unless uh, unless you have something to talk about, no one minds your business. And it gives me so much peace and comfort, and I always feel at home. I don't know if it is me, or it is everyone. If you are living in a place where people mind their own business, if you relocate a place like that, you'll feel happy, and you'll feel at least you are home, because no one is meddling in your business. It is good. After cleaning, I make sure that I rinse the taps. I put some water on the upper part and make sure that the taps are removing clean water so that when I'm taking the water, I won't take some soap. You can see like that one. If I do not rinse, when I'm consuming some water, I would have consumed some soap. I make sure that I rinse it thoroughly with clean water, and it ends up so well for me. It is a solution that I've learned lately, how to know how to solve my things that no one can solve in the village on my own. And the upper top of the dispenser, I don't know why I always feel better when I'm rinsing it with direct water from the tap to make sure that it is perfectly clean. I normally rinse it with direct water from the tap, and when I'll be putting the bottle in the tap, in the dispenser, I'll be sure that the water is clean. And I think even if I had taken it someone to clean, no one will clean it like that. And I had to clean the bottle also because it had some dirt. I've stayed for so long without using the dispenser, so I had to clean the bottle to make sure it is very very clean. And when I'm putting some water there, I'll be assured that it is clean. And I think this is how they normally wash it in the water filling stations, even in the city. I think this is how they normally, yeah, this is how they normally clean them, and then they rinse them thoroughly. I'd put some kagunia there, a sack, to make sure that the bottle doesn't come in contact with the soil. I don't want the bottle to have some mud when I'm taking it inside the house. I want it to be clean and presentable as always. So that is my tip. Put some sack under when you are rinsing it. And if you're in the city, you can clean it in a sink. In a sink, it will be easier. It's only because me, I have some space outside, and I feel better when I'm cleaning from outside. I'm cleaning it right there outside and rinsing it thoroughly. Our water is treated water, so I can just putting that water in the bottle. That is the water that we normally use, even when we are inside from the the tap that is inside.
The dispenser is finally clean, and I put water inside, the tap water from our village. It is treated, and you can see, guys, I've connected to the socket. The main reason why I wanted to wash it is to make sure that if I need hot water, I can have it easily instead of boiling. Let us clean now the blanket and the carpet. And I, for me, I find it easier washing them at home, because if I take them, we don't have even a laundry shop. around here, so I have to know how I'm going to deal with my problems in the village. I have to know how I can solve such problems, because I like to have a clean blankets. So here in the village, we just clean them on our own. If you don't have a washing machine, you clean them using our hands, the way I'm going to show you guys.
And do you guys wash your own blankets? Do you really wash your own blankets? Because for me, I do wash them. Because in the village there is no laundry shop to clean the blankets, and I don't have a washing machine. So these are the simplest things I do to make my work easier. Yeah, I can't be here and start thinking about how will I clean this blanket. I don't have a washing machine. There is no laundry shop. I was removing the stones there because I'm going to show you the magic that I use to clean the blanket. I use magic. And I was taught by my mother how to clean the blanket, and she saved me a lot, because if I had know that skill, I'll be screaming right now, and I'll have so many thoughts, because you can't stay for so many months without washing the blankets. You have to make sure that you wash it regularly, because even for the blanket, it is never that dirty, because like for us, before we go to sleep, we make sure that we take a shower. So the only thing that you wash from the blanket is the sweat, and it is normal to sweat at night. So it is the sweat that we normally wash from the blanket. I feel it is a good thing to wash it, to avoid even sometimes you even find the blanket with some dust, and that is the trick I use to wash the blanket. I step on it, that authentically, and then after that I wash it with my hands and some brush to remove something. There might be some stains around, or at the corners of the blanket. It is always somehow dirty. I don't know why. It is somehow dirty, so I have to wash at the corners, or anywhere where there are some stains. I have to clean the blanket with my bare hands. And for me, I don't feel if it is hard work, or a job that is I struggle doing. I just do it at my own pace. Whenever I feel like my body can do that, I just clean it, and I clean it very perfectly without some struggle, because I know if unless we have a laundry shop, even if I give it to someone to clean, I don't think if they can clean it like I do. I don't know why I always have some trust issues. I always feel like I'm the best in cleaning. I don't know why. I always feel like I'm the best. I can clean so perfectly than giving it to someone to clean. Even finding someone to clean it is not easy, and I don't know why. Some people do say that when you are in the village, life is quite cheap. But in our village, if I call someone to clean for me, I don't know why they are always that expensive. I don't know why, or it is because here they do farming and they know the value of money. Here they don't. I think they overprice, because in the city, if I remember, they were not overcharging like they do here. Around here in our village, they know the value of money. So like that blanket they can ask for around 700. I don't know why. Someday I asked someone to clean it for me, and they said that I should pay around 700 Kenyan shillings, and for me I felt it was overpriced. And in the city they can clean it for 300 if you have someone who cleans for you. So I think that they overprice. So I just make sure that I do them on my own whenever I feel like I can do it, or I'm not overwhelmed by other things, you know. Sometimes, like now today, I have to clean and edit that video. And imagine if I do such a work and my body is not relaxed, or I feel like I'm tired. So I do it at my own pace. The day that I feel like I have some mood for doing thorough cleaning, I do it with all my heart. It was now time to clean the carpet, and the carpet is not that dirty because it is the carpet that I used to do my workout, to remove the excess fat, because here in the village food is available. So if I don't take good care of my body, I can gain a lot of weight. So it is not that dirty. I was just removing some dust, and to make sure that when I'm doing my workout, I feel fresh, and doing the workout on a clean place. And the same process that I've used to clean the blanket is the same process I'm going to use to clean the carpet. You have to be creative. You have to know how to solve your own problems if you don't have the machines to do that work. Let me tell you guys, today, today the village, I felt like screaming. You know, I tried to hang this blanket, and that rope, you know, the rope that I'm using, the hanging lines, they are getting damaged by the sun. I think I need to look for other hanging lines. You can see it broke down, and the blanket got some dust or some dirt, and I felt like screaming. I felt like screaming. I've never been disappointed like that all my life. Oh my God, imagine cleaning a blanket and rinsing it thoroughly. Then it ends up getting some mud from the place where you had to hair it on to dry up. And I was trying to look for another place, and then another mud. I felt like screaming. Oh my God. I felt like returning the blanket back and giving up on it. But I had to hang it. I had to dry hair, make sure that it is in a good place to dry. And today I've learned that I really need some other hanging lines, the strong ones. I think I need to buy the post and very strong hanging lines, so that when I'm hanging some heavy things like the blankets or a carpet or the heavy jackets, they will not fall on the ground, because it is quite disappointing. It is quite disappointing. You always feel like you need to scream for your life, and that is it. For the carpet, it was quite easier. It is not that heavy compared to the blanket, so it gave me some relief. At this point, I felt like I had no solution for the blanket. I felt like taking it back inside the water, or uh, screaming for my life, because imagine washing that blanket and you have nowhere to hang it for drying up. I felt very disappointed. But it is life. We learn every day. We learn every day. I'm going to look for better hanging lines. For me, I'm going to look for better hanging lines which are strong enough for the heavy clothes. This is what had happened to the blanket. I finally found a place where I can hang it at the corner of the hanging lines. I hung the blanket in two rows. And at least there it was quite better. So I had to rinse it again. I had to rinse it again to make sure that it is clean. So finally I found a place and I've hung them there. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Bye bye.